Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into my fake room, guys. My fake area I made to go live. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it was my fake fire too, guys, just so you know. It's not real. Welcome in. I'm going to turn this for a minute because I'm going to go to my fire. I want to put some more wood in it. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, good evening. Welcome, welcome. It does look real, but you know, it's fake. Like my plastic coated walls and whatever else he said. I don't know. I have no clue. Once more. And those are fake Christmas lights, by the way. It's all AI, really. It's all AI. I am going to... Let me see if I can share this. Hey, if anybody would go over, please... My dirty desk, sorry about that. If anybody would please invite this creeper over to my live, if somebody is following him, I would appreciate that. My fakeness is realistic, yes. Oh, and those are fake. Definitely. Those are fake right there. I'll tell you that right now. They're not real men. Those are fake. Those are wooden sculptures. Just so you know. But yeah, I'm gonna... He's not, I don't think he's following me. I had him blocked, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna let him come in. No, he's not blocked, because his lives come up when he goes live. My fire is definitely on the struggle bus right now, but that's okay. It's pretty warm, so... Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. There's my fake TV, too, by the way, just so you know. Fake TV, fake tree, fake everything. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to get started in a few seconds. Oh, Mel, I hear you. I think the highest temperature we had today here was 28. And that's really weird. It's really weird. We usually don't get cold weather like this until like maybe end of December, January. So this is definitely weird. Definitely weird situation. But, you know, maybe that means January comes around, it's going to be warmer. You know, what are you going to do? Low of 8. Yeah, it's cold. Tell you, the best thing I got, though, is like that heater for the coop. It is definitely doing the job. I'll tell you that. Definitely doing the job. So, welcome in, everybody. More colder air. Ay. So, I have been listening to a lot of lives, and I've been doing a lot of thinking and all that. And, you know, I'm gonna say that there are people that are right about something. there have been people saying, oh, well, Scammy doesn't do awareness. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I really don't anymore. I really don't. I would say probably over the summer, I was still following Sean and Maggie and all that. And, people were sending me names of, other people. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I don't really feel like doing deep dives into anybody. And so as I'm thinking about it and I'm looking through videos and, I do a lot of reposting of people that do awareness, on Tim Nash. And, now that Violet's doing her thing again, I'll probably post videos on her because I covered her, over a year ago. So, I may do stuff like that. But, they're right. I'm not doing awareness. And that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm still not going to, stream Sean occasionally or, maybe pop on and stream Violet. As you can see by my name, I kind of changed my name now. And my name now is Pettyclaus. And to me, what I'm going to be doing now is I will be, streaming those people that I, have done in the past. I haven't picked up anybody new, but I am going to call people out for the bullshit that they're doing. And that's something that I've always done. I've always said, people that are doing nasty shit on here, I'm going to call them out. But, let's be clear, so there's no confusion. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, the people that are saying that, I'm not doing awareness, you're right. I'm not doing awareness. But I am going to call shitty people out for doing their shitty stuff. I think that's fair. Well, I mean, Jackie, really, who I have not, followed anybody new for a long time, I haven't, been bringing awareness, for anything because everybody knows about Sean. We've put all of Sean's information out. Everybody knows about Maggie. I haven't done anything on her for a long time because everybody knows what she does. And, I'm just not going to, I'm not interested in digging into anybody else, when we have people, like Florida Man that make it okay, to do, for Jen, to do what she's done all these years and, giving her a platform and people are fawning over her saying that, nobody should judge you on what you've done. They just don't, they almost like make it okay to do what they've been doing, and with Sean, I know that, I'm trying to find that screenshot of when Monster was in his live, and she was in the chat and she said, oh, I'm just here to support you, which to me is weird, because you remember that live back when Sean's sister was in a box and, we heard from her and the mom and his daughter and all that. And, even going way back to when his nephew made the allegations about Sean, about what he did to little kids. Remember, I didn't believe it at first. And I said that I needed to see proof of that. Hearing hearing the story from close family members, and a victim, I think that's pretty safe to say that something happened, right? But hey, if she wants to go in there and she wants to, go in his chat and say, I'm just here because I support you. I mean, she did that with Ty too. That kind of seems like a pattern, if you ask me. It kind of does. So that's strange. She can answer for that though. What else was I gonna say? Oh, there's some question about, I know a couple nights ago on when Dark Light was streaming Sean, he called Sean a predator. Now, and then he clarified it, because Sean was saying, oh, well, you called me a little kid diddler. And he said, no, I didn't. I called you a predator. There's a big difference. And there is. And somebody made a video that called Florida Man a predator. Okay, a predator doesn't mean that, something happened with a child. A predator is somebody that, goes after, a certain type of people. And we know, based on Florida's breadth of work, Florida Man's breadth of work, he goes after women all the time. So calling him a predator, I don't see a problem with that, because he is a predator. He preys on women, and he, he doesn't want the truth. He doesn't want to put the truth out there. I found it really interesting. Alexa, softer. I find it interesting, how he always has to repeat during his lives, oh, no, you don't need to show the proof. I don't need to see receipts. I trust you. Well, that's good. This is my cave downstairs, Bucky. Yeah. People want to see receipts. People that have brains and intellect and don't want to believe just what somebody says. They want to see receipts. So that's fine. If the people over there, if that's the way that they want to believe stuff, that's fine. I mean, in the long run, they're going to look pretty stupid, because, how many times has Florida Man been proven that he's lying? I mean, enough at this point. He posted something last night about Jen's sister, a headline from a Google search that claimed that she had charges for like manslaughter or something. Yeah, that didn't happen. But of course, he didn't click on the link to show that it wasn't her. That's the difference. And, the people over there want to listen to him, and they want to believe everything that he says without doing their research or asking for receipts. Then they can be like that. That's fine. Because as I've said, everybody knows who's over there and supports him. And let's not forget, again, they are in there glossing over the fact still that this guy is on the run with a warrant out of Florida, where he pretty much put a guy's business out of business for a while because of the charges that are pending when he finally gets caught. So I just think it's very weird how, nobody ever asks him that. Have you ever heard one of the people in his live say, Florida Man, why don't you just turn yourself in if you're innocent? Why don't you turn yourself in and, clear up those charges? No, they won't do that. Because they know if they do that, they'll have problems with him, because they're speaking the truth. Everybody in there, nobody goes up with their own opinion in a box. Nobody goes up and questions him about anything because they're afraid. Nobody. You know, they'll sit there in the chat and they'll put in their 2 cents. And, you know, I highly recommend to look at clips of his lives and see who's in the chat saying the stuff. You know, take a look at all the boxes and who's up there saying the stuff. When people have to resort to body shaming or making fun of the way somebody looks, something like that, what quote unquote awareness are they bringing to somebody? They're not. I'm gonna zhuzh my fire again. Hold on. You know, as I've said this before, I am so glad that those people stay on that side of TikTok. Because you have to be a special kind of miserable to sit there. Hold on. Hold on. You have to be a special kind of miserable to go into lives every day that Florida man hosts where he is just tearing apart people. And they bask in it. They love it. More. More. They're like a bunch of drama whores. More. Again, let's not forget, he is free right now. He's on the run from a warrant. If he is so innocent and he acts like Billy Big Balls on TikTok. He's a tough guy, keyboard warrior. He's such a tough guy. Why doesn't he turn himself in? Why doesn't he go to a police station and say, "Hi, I'm Mike Kinney. I have a warrant out for my arrest, but I'm innocent, but I'm going to turn myself in just so I can prove that I didn't do this." And we all know why he won't, right? And then let's talk about this whole newfound friendship with Jen over there. Now, the thing I love about what's going on over there with Jen is she is using them for exactly what she uses everybody else for. She is all about getting the money, getting grocery deliveries. You know, they think that people that have covered Jen for a long time will get mad that people are sending her stuff. You know, Florida man was like, "Oh, I want you to do a Amazon wish list." And, you know, of course, Monster, "Oh, I'm going to buy you a Christmas tree and I want to do this." And, you know, and somebody else chimed in, "Oh, yeah, I want to help you too." And other people in the chat. That's perfect. Because you're proving us right. You're proving us 100% right that that's all she is about. Welcome in. It's exactly what she's done for years. I mean, how many times do you remember her on her TikTok live saying, "Oh, let's get all the haters mad. You know, everybody, send me money, send me gifts, send me this and that." She's just doing the same bullshit over there. And she knows that they will do that because they have so much hate for so many people on this app. She knew it. And that's exactly what they're doing. So, I heard a little what Earl said today. Good, send her money. Send her gifts. Send her everything. Empty your fucking savings account. Send her everything. Because you know what? It doesn't matter how much you send her. It doesn't matter what you send her. She's always going to be on the take. And you guys are just the next group of suckers. You're just the next group of suckers. So no, we don't care. We're laughing because you guys fell for the bullshit. That's why we're laughing. We're not mad. Why would we be mad? You are proving us what we've been saying for years. Exactly. The joke is on them. She knows exactly what she's doing. But again, let's discuss this. Hold on, I'm gonna put my screen on here. Let's discuss this for a minute. So, as we've said before, they want to talk about, oh, you're sitting with this person, or you're sitting with that person. So let's talk about the person, again, that Jen is that they sit with. You are sitting with somebody that has charges against a minor. But that's okay, right? That's okay because you're friends with her. Right? That's okay because you're friends with her. Anybody else, if they had those charges, holy crap, you would be after them. Oh, well, she had charges against because of what she did to her daughter. She's a terrible... No, but since it's Jen, you're okay with it. Why? Because you have an equal hate on somebody. Whether it's me or whether it's anybody else on this app. It's okay then. She has multiple charges against animals. Animal abuse. I took time last night. Her sister printed out charges that she had in, I forgot which county it was. But she sent me the name of other counties. Okay? So I went through last night and I found some other charges that she had that nobody really knew about. Ruby, of course, is being a whiny little baby. Come here, Boobs. Come here, Boobs. Come on. Come on, Boobs. Come on. So, let's take a look. So, hey, Rubes. So this is Bethesda Hospital versus Jennifer A. Martin. And yeah, this was 10 years ago. This wasn't anything recent, but, it doesn't matter. So let's see. It looks like Jen was sued because she did not pay her bill. Plaintiff, Bethesda Hospital, defendant, Jennifer A. Martin. And this is out of... I'll have to double check the county. So yeah. Jen, it looks like you didn't pay your bill, huh? And they sued you for it? Civil complaint was filed 9/28/2015. And let me let you know. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll put the counties in, okay? Hamilton County, I think that's the one her sister looked at. Do you remember the other two counties, Tracy? There was Hamilton, Warren, and what was the other one? Claremont. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Claremont, I think, is what her sister showed. Do you remember which one you looked into, Tracy? Because I looked at the third one then. I forgot which one this was. But what I'll do is this. I will put the counties out, and you guys look it up. Don't believe me. Because unlike Florida Man, I'm going to be transparent with where I looked, and you can look it up yourself. So we have Bethesda Hospital. It looks like she owed all this jargon here. It looked like a number of times Jen didn't reply to a summons. Doesn't that sound familiar? Where, she sent shit and she doesn't reply to it, and then she claims she doesn't have a court case. Judgment docket entry, judgment for plaintiff, who was Bethesda Hospital, by default damages. And the plaintiff was a no-show. What a shock. So that was 10 years ago. She lost. So that's that one. This one is Senex Services Corporation versus Jennifer Rourke Martin. This was a year earlier. Wow, guess what that one was? Again, she owed money on something. Failure to service, mailed failure. Looks like Jen does this a lot, where she gets summons and she just doesn't reply to them. So then they have to keep sending them, and she never answers to it. Hearing notice sent, civil hearing action. Event scheduled. She got her wages garnished for it. Let's see if she actually showed up to this one. So they have all the certificates that they mailed it. And let's see if she showed up. Hey, yeah. 7/28/2014, hearing held. Continue to August 4th. Defendant to file an answer or seek counsel. That would be Jen. Senex Corporation. The plaintiff, a no-show. No, I'm sorry. Defendant, no-show. That's weird. That never happens. Let's see what this one was. Oh, this is when she was in prison. What was this one for? Oh, this is I believe this is the one where, let's see here. This is much earlier. This is 2001, but we can look at this one still. Arraignment prisoner, preliminary hearing, plea sentence. So this was for domestic violence. Count 1, conviction. Count 2, domestic violence with prior conviction. This is 2001. So one of the charges was dismissed, but the other one she went to prison for. I'm sorry, jail, I guess it would be. I believe, is this the one where she attacked her mom? Temporary protection order issued in Hamilton Township. Warrant issued 6/12/2001. Warrant executed. Defendant arrested on 6/21/01 and served with complaint and TPO. Event schedule, arraignment, prisoner date 6/26/2001. 626, defendant appeared before court for arraignment by video. Appeared before as prisoner, no contact order with victims or child who is living with the defendant's family. So you can look that one up too. That's a good read. There's a lot of stuff going on with that one. And again, I'll post the county name so you can look at it. Which one was this one? This was State of Ohio versus Jennifer. And this was in 2000. Domestic violence. Disposition date 1/13/2000. So, let's see when these charges were. Notice of review. Let's see if I'm missing anything here. Bonded out. So this is in 2000. Oh, this is funny. This is what I found here that was funny, okay? So, you know, they want to make fun of people's mental health and all that. Okay, so let's do it. So when Jen was arrested in 2000, she had a forensic psychiatry referral. And then she had to have alcohol and drug assessment. She had to get that completed for part of this. So what I'll do is this. Don't believe me, guys. Don't believe me. What I'll do is I will post the counties, and y'all can just go there and type in her name, and you can find all the charges that she's dealt with. But again, these aren't the charges where it lists, you know, the animal abuse, all the domestic violence charges, when she was arrested for paraphernalia, and all the things. Yeah, that was fake Ruby. That wasn't really Ruby. So yeah, so you know, it's cool. They want to talk about who people sit with. That's okay. You could sit there. And again, like I said, you know, all the people over there that want to send her stuff, that's awesome. Because based on the way that your thinking is, if you are sitting over there with the person, and now, of course, you're going to, you know, get stuff off of her wish list, and, you know, you're going to send her stuff, that means that you agree with what they do. So you are okay with her having charges on her against her daughter, and that's cool. And I mean, you know, I know her daughter. There was a recording. I didn't hear it, but you know, don't believe her, guys. It's okay, because she's a victim. Whatever. You know, there is that story that, you know, her siblings did talk about regarding Jen and a minor young man. You know, but don't believe that either. It's okay. It's okay. She was older. She was in her 20s. Don't believe that. But you know what? You're sitting with this person. You're sitting with her, and you're going to send her stuff, which means you're okay with it. No, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right, free-spirited. I do not, which is why I said, based on what her brother and sister said, I absolutely don't have proof on that, 100%. I am relaying what her siblings have said, and I know last night in my chat there were a couple people that had also heard that. So, it's, like I said, y'all can think what you want. So you shouldn't say it? Okay, I shouldn't say it. Tell me, free-spirited. I've never seen you in here before. I don't remember you in here. Whose lives do you usually go into? Just so I can understand where you're coming from. She bragged about it? And free spirited, listen, you sit in everyone's live. So let me ask you something. And I'm going to ask you, obviously, do you go into Florida Man's lives? And listen, I'm not going to block you if you do. That's fine. You could stay in here. You do? Okay. Have you ever fact-checked any of the allegations that he puts out? And does he ever say that, this is allegedly, or does he just, put information out without showing anything? And listen, I want you to be honest. I'm being, very respectful because I really don't have anything against you. No, I'm waiting to see if she puts anything in the chat because I want to see what her answer is so I know. Oh, I know that, Giggles. I know that. I talked about that at the beginning. You sit where I want and don't listen. I listen and ask questions. Yeah, and that's good, and that's good. I suggest, since you go into a lot of lives, I think that's good. Ask questions everywhere you go, Ask for clarification. Ask for proof, Ask for proof of what people are saying. Because, I will, clarify that. Yes, I absolutely heard that from her siblings. Okay? But see, the problem is this, and I said this at the beginning. Florida Man says he doesn't need receipts. He doesn't need proof. So to come over here into my live and say, well, you can't prove that, which is why I said I heard it from, the brothers and the sisters and all that. I suggest you try doing the same thing. You can prove charges, but not that. You know what? Just so it's easier, let me bring you up here so we could talk because I'm trying to read your comments. And listen, I'll be super respectful. No, thank you. Yeah, of course, right? It's always funny how, people will be in the chat saying stuff, but then when you invite them into a box, they don't want to talk about it. So that's cool. You could just sit there and listen. So I will put out the counties, and you guys can look up the police reports and read them yourself. How about that? That's cool. Okay. So let's cross that off. So again, Jen's doing the same bullshit. She's done this for years. We've heard her say in her lives before, oh, let's get the haters mad, and send me, stuff, buy me stuff, send me money, buy me this. I'm going to say one more thing. We see people like Tim Nash, and we know about Lisa. And when people send them stuff and people send them money, we know that the money doesn't go to what they say. I don't know for a fact whether or not Jen is clean or not. I have no proof either way. If I'm remembering, and I think Scotty's wife, I think you're in here so you can verify this to make sure that I'm correct on this. But if I'm not mistaken, when you had your live, you did say that Jen's clean date was not her clean date, because she's claiming, it's almost 2 years for her clean in January. So you can verify that that's not accurate, right? Based on the conversations you had with her. Okay, right. So they're sitting over there and supporting this person who's lying about her clean date. Yep. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people over there that are proud of their, of their clean dates and their sobriety. And Jen is making a mockery of that over there. All of these things will come back to bite these people. All these things will come back to bite these people, and these people are going to look stupid. Because it will come out, and it has come out, and, the whole thing with the pipe with her at work, people saying that was her pipe, and somebody got fired because of her, because she lied about it. Believe what you want. Good for you, Mrs. Sanchez. I think the only clean dates that Jen talks about is when she takes a shower or washes her hands or does the dishes or laundry. I think that's the clean date that she's talking about. Because from what I've heard, it seems to be a very fluid clean date for her that tends to move around a lot. And let's not forget also, before I finish up with Jen, this is a woman who has mentally affected people multiple times, saying that she was going to off herself because generally it's because she gets caught in a lie. So again, the people over there that continue to support her and stick up for her and tell her to make Amazon wish lists and they're going to send a Christmas tree and ornaments and all this stuff. Remember, you support her. You support everything she's about, right? Because as we've seen, it's based on the police reports. And I want everybody, when I put the counties out there, everybody look it up and you make your own decision. Don't listen to me. I mean, I have the paperwork here, Look it up yourself, folks. Anything else on Jen I need to talk about? I would like that guy, no Kings F Trump or whatever to come in. I'd like to give him my platform because he says that he has proof that he wants to show people regarding I'm a fraud or something. So, you know what? Is there anything better? When you're going to call somebody out and you have proof on that person and you're going to bury them? Mel, I don't even know who the guy is, quite honestly. Is there anything better than somebody you want to call out and you have tons of proof and the person is allowing you to use the platform so you can bury the person? I mean, I don't understand, why he wouldn't want to do that. Embarrass me in front of, 225 people. He's made a lot of allegations which are false. I do know that he goes live because, I'll check from the outside and he usually has 0 people, sometimes 1. So I do know he goes live. I did listen to some of his live from the outside today. He's really disgusting. He is creepy. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. I don't know this guy at all. I know that the first video he made about me, which was only about a week and a half ago, and he said that he was blocked in my live. And since then, listen to this. Since then, okay, about a week or so, I lost count at 75 videos he made about me. 75. And I stopped downloading them. 75. And the really weird thing is he'll tag me in videos that have nothing to do with me at all. Like something about the Celtics. Like he'll put my hashtag. He is. I mean, it's creepy. And, you know, when he started making, you know, a couple videos, you know, I even said in the Discord, guys, listen, and that's what I said. I said, listen, don't go hard on this guy. I honestly think he might have some mental illness or something, you know. Don't, you know, let's just let him, you know, let him get his 5 minutes of fame and let him go on and do his thing. But it's still going on. You know? It's still going on. So, and you know, listen, you know, he has the right to do that, right? But I also have the right to do something. And because he only lives a couple hours from me, I will do something. Because a couple videos, like I said, it's okay. But when you're like giving like obsession stalker vibes at this point, he's weird. No, that's okay. That's okay. No, I don't care. Listen, you know, I've always said, let them talk, let them do their thing. Just let him do it. You know? Just let him do it. I think he's doing it because he's trying to get viewers. You know, when you go live and you have one person in there maybe, you know, putting somebody who's on TikTok that has followers and hashtagging their name, you know, people are going to look at him. You know? I always do, Fluffy Chick. I always do. Lori, no, probably for you about maybe an hour and a half to this person. But I mean, you know, the creepiness, you know, it's different if you are, you know, like I've talked about Jen for a number of years because of, you know, all the scamming and begging she's done on this. But for somebody to go this far just because you got blocked out of somebody's live, it's very weird. Very weird. And, you know, as time goes on, he's getting kind of raunchy. I know today he brought up my son, which is weird. So yeah, so that's a that's a weird thing that, you know, will be taken care of. So, you know, as I said, he is more than welcome to come in here. I know he listens to me. I'm sure he's on the outside right now because he is obsessed and he is a stalker. But I will give him the opportunity if he would like to come in here and show this proof. I noticed in a video he made yesterday, I think it was, here's a familiar sounding sentence. I don't show proof on your timetable. I show it on mine. Definition, I don't have any proof of what I'm saying. That's why I'm not showing it. I mean, I'm giving him the opportunity right now to use my platform to show the proof. So, I mean, he knows everything else I say, which means he watches me, which means he hears that he's being invited. But again, he won't come up because he's got nothing. So I suggest that Michael, I think you need to dial it back a little bit. Next thing I want to talk about. I have been getting messages. And hold on a minute. I'm going to move this over because I am going to judge my fire again. Judging. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now that's better. I've been getting a lot of messages today. Mel, did you want to come up here or no? Because I see that you requested. Was that a mistake? Okay. Hey.
Fake by no, I messaged that No Kings guy on your behalf. He told me to relay to you that he owes you nothing and that you need to get mental health help. And I told him that you were presenting the platform for him to be able to come and speak and give
And
his
show his
truth
proof.
and
Yep.
speak his truth, and he's not going to do it for you, Scammy. But
Wow. And I wonder why.
so anyway, there you go.
Thanks, Melly Mel. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks. So pretty much that's your answer right there. That's your answer right there. Somebody who's going to make 75 plus videos and then doesn't have the balls to come over and have a little conversation. That's okay. Scammy, that's the one that follows Sheena and Felicia. He's autistic. Okay. But you know what? He also knows right from wrong based on the videos he makes. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. Yeah. Well, good luck to you, buddy. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. I've been getting a lot of messages today. All so far from what I've seen, all of the refunds for the GoFundMe have gone through. I've got a lot of messages saying that people got their money back from the GoFundMe for the $2,000 as part of the reward money for information leading to the arrest of Florida Man. So that money's been sent back. So that GoFundMe now. I'm sure people will still bring it up, but that's fine because they can. But it would be stupid because, based on the fact that everybody's been reimbursed, nobody could talk to me about it. But, yeah, no, Florida Man was the beneficiary on it, like he said. But surprisingly, he didn't get any of that money. Wow. Could Florida Man have lied about that? So, Yeah, I guess that was another lie he made, and all of his little followers over there. Oh, Florida man, you're so smart. Oh, that's so funny, Florida man. Ah, y'all are just. I'm just convinced the people over there that are constantly in his boxes supporting him, they really could be some of the dumbest people I've ever come across in my life. But that's neither here nor there. But this is the thing. I'm sure that everybody's going to say, "Aha, she had to turn that money back." No, I didn't have to. I wanted to because I didn't want that to get clouded in any, false, stories that people say about me. So, as I said, the $2,000 is still part of the reward. I'm still going to give it, but because it's the holidays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually offer $3,000 now. So yeah, I'm gonna kick in another 1,000. So I'm gonna kick in $3,000. So I'll be changing that tonight. Yep, $3,000 of my own money. So how do you like that? How do you like that, Florida man? I call that $3,000 well worth it. Well worth it. So thank you to everybody though that did donate. I would say there were about 25 or 30 people that want to see Florida man incarcerated as much as I do. And there were many more than that. But, I had to end that GoFundMe quickly because I did get word that Florida man got the link. And I knew he was going to try to do something, to end it because, that's what people do when they're guilty and they don't want to be caught. So I did end it early, but almost $2,000 in less than 8 hours is pretty damn good. So I appreciate everybody for that. And thank you very much. And if you didn't get your money back, please reach out to me. But from what I've been seeing getting deducted out of my account, it's pretty much there. Check Discord. Okay, hold on. Check Discord. Okay, hold on. Okay, I checked it. You can, if you can, check it back, OG, I'd appreciate it. Um, so that's the GoFundMe. Um, saying FM nor any of his partners are entitled to the reward. Hell, no, hey, if Florida man turns himself in, um, no, well, let's think. No, Florida man turning himself in, I don't think he would be eligible for it. If one of his friends turned him in, though, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, because let's face it, um, he's not going to turn himself in. If he wanted to be a stand-up guy and prove his innocence, he would have done that back in July. He's not going to turn himself in on his own fruition. Give me a break. Um, Scam Slam's YouTube. Scam Slam 411. If you would like to see the video of the live I had last week, December 4th, 2025, regarding the charges, I suggest everybody watch that. Scam Slam 412, thank you. I suggest that everybody watches it because there's a lot of false information going around. I'm not going to waste my time on it, but December 4th, 2025, go to Scam Slam 412 and take a look at it. Okay? And you can listen to it, and if you have any questions, that's good. Okay, so we covered Jen's wish list. We covered her begging, her dry begging. We got that. Okay. So somebody brought it to my attention a little while ago that Pammy was in Florida Man's Live and I guess put out to the world that the FBI just left her apartment. So it seems like the FBI went over there to talk to her. Now, isn't she the one who lied to everybody then when she was in her live about a month and a half ago, and said that I wasn't being honest because the FBI is not looking into her at all? And she said, oh, I've talked to them and there's no cases open on me. Well, survey says you're a liar. Survey says you're a liar, Pammy. I mean, isn't that weird? I'm sure it was thrown in there. Scammyclaus is such a goddamn liar. I spoke with the FBI, and there are no open cases on me, you dirty C word. Well, Pammy. Who's laughing now? And how many people in this chat right now have ever had the FBI show up to their door? And how many times has the FBI showed up at your door falsely? That would be a never. So in order for the FBI to show up at somebody's door, they probably have a pretty fucking strong reason why they want to do it. So tell us again, Pam, how the FBI doesn't have any cases against you. Tell everybody that, because you had about 30 people in your live when you said that. So you lied to them. And let's not forget, she had a state agency visit her, 2-3 weeks ago too? It's like Christmas. It's a celebration. I don't think they're going to your house to give you the Mother of the Year award. Just saying. And you know what the best part about this is? I have nothing to fucking do about this. I have not called any agencies about her. I have been contacted by agencies. I have not reached out to anybody. I just get to sit back and watch it. And I get to sit back here and laugh and think about all the times she's lied to people. Cross my legs, put my hands behind my head and smile and say, well, the truth's coming out now, Pammy, isn't it? You can say what you want. You can lie to everybody over there. I've been telling the truth for months that the FBI is looking into you. And again, the FBI just doesn't sit there and go to everybody's house when they're alerted to something. They do their research. I'm sure they had to do some type of an investigation. And what happens at that point? And I'm just, this is me here, okay? Because I really don't know the ins and outs of what the FBI deems appropriate to look into and what they're not. But based on my limited intellect, I guess after they look into something, they have two choices. There's nothing here to look into, or we need to interview this person. They obviously didn't pick the first choice where, nah, nothing's going on here. We don't need to pursue this. They took the, we need to go talk to this person. But remember, guys, Pam said that there's no cases against her. She called the FBI. She called the FBI. And they said there's no cases about her. She probably did, Princess. So I can't wait to see how she spins this one. And I can tell you 100%, and this has been verified, one of Pam's own friends called the FBI on her. Wasn't Sunshine. Thank you, Sue. Wasn't Sunshine who did it. It's somebody who sits with Florida Man right now. Yeah, they do, Princess. Yep, it was Mittens. Mittens contacted the FBI on Pammy. The only reason why I was brought into it was because of the research and the live that we had. And we were told that if Pam starts to threaten people that she believes had anything to do with this investigation, that we were supposed to reach out to the agent. I'm not going to say the person's name. If you're being threatened by her as retaliation, let us know. And I absolutely let them know. What does everybody say on here? Fuck around and find out? Well, she's in that phase now. She's in that phase. And, whether or not, if the FBI is doing their investigation and they find something, sketchy that happened, with raising money for people overseas and all that. Did she know about it? Who knows? Could she have been like scammed, romance scammed, whatever? Who knows? I really don't care. Yes, Mama Kay, the FBI went to her apartment today. Yes. I didn't know it either until somebody messaged me and said that Pam was in Florida Man's Live and said that the FBI just left her house. So, I mean, this No Kings, whatever Trump thing, Michael, well, he said that the feds are coming after me, so I'm waiting for that. The feds. Yep, just left her house and she went on TikTok, which of course would be everybody's, first thing to do if the FBI just leaves your house. Weird. So again, just all for having a fake. Yeah, that crackle's fake too, by the way. One of the things I said when I first got on here, if you came in late, I people have been saying, oh, she's not awareness, Scammy's not awareness, blah 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 blah. When I was thinking about it, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm really not. I cover Sean just because I've been covering him for a long time and I know a lot about him. I stopped covering Maggie because really, what's the point? Everybody knows what Maggie's doing. The feds showed up to, Pammy's today. You really don't think at some point they're not going to show up to Maggie's now? There's really no point in doing awareness on Maggie. Everybody knows who Maggie is and what she does. And, over the past 3-4 months, people have been sending me, oh, I think this person's a scammer and all that. And I've always said, well, I'm not really interested in, looking into somebody right now. And I haven't done that. There's nobody new. I repost a lot of awareness people's videos that they make. And, I do that. I'll support those people. Absolutely, but I really haven't been doing anything new, and I didn't plan on it. I'm not even sure what the deal is once TikTok is supposed to end in the U.S., and I know that there's a U.S. version that's going to come out that has no ties with China, whatever. I've said, from that point, once that happens, I'm not doing this. I'm not going on another forum, and I'm not going on another platform. So as I was thinking about that, and, people use that against, people use that, again, yeah, Scam Slam, come on up. People use that again. Oh, she's awareness and she's doing this. I'm like, you know what? They're right. They're right. So as you see, my name is different now. It's not Scammyclaus anymore, and it's not Grammyclaus. It's Pettyclaus, because what I'm going to be doing is pretty much what I've been doing anyways, which is bringing awareness to shitty people on this app. I will still stream Sean occasionally, and I'll, continue to discuss people that, have been discussing me, predominantly putting out lies, and I'll talk about them. And, for me, it's going to be, I think that matching the energy is, since I'm not awareness anymore, I can do that. So, if somebody wants to say something about me, if it's true, okay. If it's not true, I will put it right back on them. I will put it right back on them. If they want to make an allegation about me, I guarantee you I can find something about them that's true. And I think that that's fair. I think it's fair. Scam, what do you got for me, girl?
I have the clip where Pam made that announcement about the FBI today to play.
Oh, it's like Christmas.
Yes, it
is.
It's
a celebration.
It is.
Can you do me a favor and play it a bunch of times too?
Sure.
Thank you.
If you would like, yeah, I have the clip. You let me know if you can hear this, okay? That she comes into Florida Man's box and interrupts his regularly scheduled program of bashing Jen's family members to make this announcement. So that's what was happening here.
We like to put them out, not start them.
Hey, can I interrupt you for a brief minute, Florida
Yes,
Man?
of course.
Because the FBI just left my fucking house. And I'm going to say something to all you that like to call government agencies on folks. The shit needs to quit. This is wild, wild work.
What did they leave your house for?
Wild work. They just left.
Holy shit.
Wild work.
What did they leave your house for?
Wild left.
Holy shit.
I'm done. You know what? As far as free speech goes, I can get on this motherfucker and say what left.
Holy shit.
I can get on this motherfucker and say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Do you hear? I could do whatever I want.
Obviously not.
You just did to my granddaughter by sending them here? I had 2 FBI agents in my fucking living room. You ignorant fucking cunts.
Are you talking like that in front of your
With this fucking
GD?
internet. I'm going to tell you something. The next person that comes for me is going to be horribly fucking sorry.
And that right there is a perfect example of being pushed.
I stand with Stark.
Me too.
I could sign everything. That's it.
Okay, so let's can you pause that for a minute?
Pushed to
Yeah, he just said he co-signs everything she does right there.
Yeah,
No matter
of
what.
course,
Okay.
of course. Well, and let's review. Pammy could be jumping the gun here because I'm sure the FBI didn't just show up at her door today because somebody called. I mean, I don't know what threat somebody can call into an FBI to have the FBI show up at your house today. I'm sure there has to be some type of investigation prior to doing that. So
She says they showed her some paperwork. Yeah.
So
she'll
is
say
she
that.
saying that this is something brand new that somebody called in erroneously? Because if that's the case, obviously that's bullshit. I don't, and I've always said I don't believe people should call DCF or anything like that unless it is a legitimate issue where somebody is in harm's way, period. Now, if the FBI shows up at your door, how long have we been saying now that the FBI was notified of some of the shit that's been happening on her page? Since July, maybe? July, August, September, October. So that's 5.5 months. I mean, could it just be the fact that they've done their investigation and now they have questions? It's just weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
had it on their radar back then, but I mean, maybe there have been other reports made to add to it, which made it more serious for them to look into it more. There could be a lot of different things going on, and the FBI doesn't necessarily always work really, really quickly unless it's someone currently in.
I think we can all pretty much say that what we've seen recently with Snark, there's nothing new that has come up which would warrant somebody calling the FBI on her. I mean, the information from months ago that led to a lot of questions without answers. Yeah, I mean, Mittens called the FBI on her, and the FBI had questions and they reached out to other people. But I would find it hard to believe that somebody. What was that?
Sorry, I was going to say they may have needed time to look into some of these transactions and GoFundMe's and these individuals and all of that. Those type of things take a lot of time, and sometimes it involves having to subpoena.
Yeah, you know,
transactions, etc.
It sounds like it sounded to me, and I could be wrong. It sounded like what she was saying was that they came over today like somebody just called them today and they showed up. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's the case.
She does give a couple more details here.
Oh, can you do? Okay, let's hear the rest of it.
Yep.
Point, y'all. You know, Indian, you know, FM. You get pushed past a point, and it's like, what the fuck do they expect us to do?
It sucks when you believe in something, too. It sucks when you believe in something.
Right. And you know, all Snark is guilty of is speaking for what she believes in. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wait till
Because
she said- wait till you hear what else
because
she
they
said.
would just show up because she was speaking what she felt. Yeah.
Yeah, wait till you hear what
I'm
else
gonna
she
text
says.
you on the back end. We're gonna FOIA that,
She comes back up in the box
and we're
here.
gonna get who did it.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna get
We're gonna
the
FOIA it.
Yeah,
text.
because
We're
the
gonna get
FBI will give that
email
out.
back.
Sure.
We're going to get
He says we're going to find
all
out who
that.
did it.
And then we're gonna drag the fuck out of
And then
them
she
on
comes
this
back up.
internet.
Oh.
I love the Freedom of Information Act. I fucking do.
Yeah, we could say having a heart, right? Positive.
I would say ending that love.
No, in her case, it's having a heart. Goes for positive
Hold on,
vibes.
let me skip to when
she
she
is who
comes
she
back
is,
in the
and-
box.
And
here.
pause that for a minute if you
I'm like, damn.
don't mind.
Sure.
So, the only thing that she's guilty of is having a heart. Okay, because that's what the FBI looks into. They look into people that have a heart. Yeah. Okay. She didn't do anything wrong. She's only being looked into because of what she says. No, that's not the case. But this is how they will spin things. They will spin things saying that, she hasn't done anything wrong. It's all the haters. They don't like the fact they're a bunch of Zionists. Bunch of Zionists called the FBI on her. Stop. Go on there, Scam.
Sure.
I like this. Like we're not like killing each other every day. And then we just talked and we were good.
Whoever did that to her, I'm going to tell you right now, she won't have to do a fucking thing.
She needs that anger out.
We're going to...
Who is that talking?
We will.
Monster.
Thanks to
Monster.
the great
It was
country we
Mittens.
live in, there is something called the Freedom of Information
Yeah.
Act.
I'm gonna give,
She'll say
I'm
it.
gonna give her ideas, and I'm gonna make sure.
No, we don't even have to
She's
FOIA.
gonna deliver
We don't
this.
have to FOIA fuck all. We don't have to FOIA a fuck thing.
Okay.
We don't have to FOIA a
True.
fuck thing. Exactly what the fuck
You
they
got it.
just showed me told me who the fuck did it.
No, they didn't.
I don't need to FOIA a fuck thing.
Yeah.
The paperwork that they had, the account names and all the papers that they had, they came. I know who they fucking came from.
Wow.
Who did it from?
Watch your blood pressure, Snark.
Just say it.
You know
Give her
what?
time. Give her time.
It came from Mittens and fucking Sunshine. All that information that they just showed me is the same fucking information that you guys gave them.
Okay. So
Whoa.
we will
Today.
have a conversation on the back end of that because we.
Oh, we'll have a conversation on the back end about that. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Conversation on the background. Yeah.
You shouldn't do that shit.
Hear what he said? He said, F off Sunshine. You shouldn't have did
what
that
about
shit, but he didn't
Mittens?
say anything about Mittens.
What about Mittens, Florida man? You sit with her. She goes in your boxes. Come on now. Fair is fair. Fair is fair, Mike.
The Sunshine, well, she's fucked.
Oh.
Ah, okay. What about Mittens?
Oh, that's behind
She's
the
the one that
scenes.
manipulated people into doing that.
She did blame me for everything. But again,
Listen,
she's a
I'm not in
liar.
any trouble. They told me I'm not in any trouble. Do you know there's a whole
Yeah.
pro-pally community on this motherfucker? Do you know that? You guys act like I'm the only one fucking doing anything in regards to Palestine or Gaza. There's a whole fucking community on here that fundraises constantly, and the fucking FBI knows that. They know everything that I did.
Now they do, yeah.
Yeah.
The Mittens thing, it was resolved. Snark knew
Oh.
about that.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
You know that
Bullshit.
Sunshine contacted.
And honestly, it's not about being in trouble. Snark,
my
it's about the
God.
violation of them coming to your home. And that in itself,
shut
and
up.
the fact that traumatized your granddaughter, like, that is fucking
Oh my
serious.
God.
Like,
Can you
my
pause
mom
that
being
for a
troubled,
minute?
that is...
Can you pause? Was that Monster?
Yes.
Monster, shut the fuck up already. Is there any way your lips might ooze some of that silicone and it might glue your fucking lips together? So you'd shut up for once. Because you know why, Monster? You talk about the trauma of her granddaughter and the trauma of people going into the house and the trauma of this. What about the fucking trauma with the guy that you're sitting next to right now when he calls schools and he calls people's jobs and he calls people's significant others and he calls people's brothers and he calls and leaves messages on people's phones? And do you want me to continue, Monster? Because you know what? Until you fucking call somebody out for it that you sit next to, just shut up. Just shut up. Because you are about as believable and credible as the chicken crap that gets stuck to the bottom of my shoe when I go out there to feed the girls. And you know what chicken shit is because you have chickens. So stop until you call out the guy you sit with in a box for the same trauma that he's causing people that you say is being caused to Snark and her granddaughter. Then shut up. Just shut up. You can go on. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand, Florida man, right? I get it that Mitten said fuck all or whatever, but she
You're
made
allowed to
that
do that.
initial tip. That's what started this.
You were
No,
allowed
she
to.
was okay. She made her. My granddaughter made her own fucking nose bleed.
You are allowed to do that. I'm not trying to
Wait,
not be mad.
she's yelling and doing all this in front of her granddaughter.
I think so.
I think I just heard her granddaughter in the background.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Okay.
Then I was just letting the chat know this was something that was known, but Snark is still allowed to have her feelings about it.
How is it known? And let me call him out for this. Florida man, how is it known? How do you say it was known? You're making it sound like she knew they were coming. You just said Snark knew about it. How can you say that when about a month ago or less, she claimed that she'd been in touch with the FBI and they don't have any cases on me? Ha ha, Scammyclaus, you're a fucking liar, I think was exactly what she said. But so I can tell, Florida man, you're trying to cover up for her right now because you're talking very fast and you're talking over her. And now you're claiming that she knew all about this. So why would she come on alive the way she is emotional right now and just say they effing left and they've destroyed her household right now? And her daughter, her granddaughter is having a very traumatic experience, which sucks, by the way. I will give her that. But she knew about it?
Yeah, and Monster obviously didn't know. She was like, "Who was it? Say who it was."
Nice
Because
try.
at first, Snark did not want to say the names,
Right.
and she said, and Monster said, "Just say it. Just say who it was." And then she said the names.
Yep.
So obviously, Monster didn't know. Obviously, some people didn't know.
Hey, Smash, do you want to record it so you can put it on your live tonight? Because I can have, I'm sure Scam wouldn't mind replaying it.
Yeah, I can start it over if anybody wants to record it, or if anybody has Discord, I can clip it and send it to whoever.
You have a plug.
Oh, okay.
You got a plug. Whose live was it? It was, I believe, Florida Man's live. I don't know which one it was on.
Florida Man's second one from today, near the end, like the last maybe 15 to 20 minutes of it.
You know what? Smash, I have a plug. I have a couple plugs also. We're very thankful for our plugs. Absolutely. I have some great ones too that I get a lot of clips of. They're good people. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you, Scam.
It's okay. I'll continue.
Snark. You don't deserve any of that.
I'm so fucking mad right now that I could go to jail. That's the thing. Like, what are you guys? What are you? Listen.
Hey, how about
I've
this?
been on the app for a couple years now, right? And I've always said I don't give a fuck what you do to me. I don't. I really don't. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. I don't give a fuck if you make fun of my appearance every fucking day, all day. I don't care what names. I don't care if you talk what a horrible fucking person I am. I don't give a fuck. When it comes to this fucking child, I swear to God, on everything I love, I will go to jail for life.
Yep.
Would you like a phone call?
It's like a phone call.
Yeah, because Mike's the one to talk
I was still
about
not a
legal
phone call.
cases.
I can give you a call. It's your choice at any time.
I know we're not close or anything, Snark, but if you need me, you know
That'd be
where
the
I am.
last thing I would want.
Is that Monster again?
I know how it feels to get pushed. I don't
No,
know about the
that's
FBI.
somebody
but
else. I'm not sure.
Snark's been getting pushed a lot.
that I can
Or is it Monster? It might be.
sympathize with you on is the being pushed.
It might be.
Sunshine called CPS on her. And
It was not Sunshine.
however long ago,
No,
just right.
no, it wasn't her. Nope.
So, yeah, Snark's been pushed a lot. Scammyclaus and her
Yeah.
bullshit.
Oh,
Scams women, her bullshit.
well, now we're
Yeah.
getting drug into it somehow.
Hear
Hear that?
out. Yeah, of
They
course.
targeted
You
her
know,
granddaughter, which why y'all
We
are
targeted her granddaughter.
yeah.
They do that
You know
to
what?
feel
Listen.
affect her. That's the
Can you
only
pause
way
that
they
for a
can.
minute? Can you pause that for a minute? What can you tell about the way Mike does his dirty work over there? He can't stay on the one topic. Okay, he doesn't want to stay on that one topic where certain people called the FBI on Snark way back. Okay, and one of them happens to be somebody who's in his lives a lot and used to be in boxes all the time. But see, he can't focus in on that and say, I can't believe effing Mittens did that. That is ridiculous. He can't do that. He can't do that at all. So what is he going to do? It's going to turn into now that, she didn't do anything wrong. It's a hate campaign. They always bring up Sunshine. What I guarantee you're not going to see is this. You're not going to see the paperwork today that the FBI had. I guarantee you she's not going to show that, or she didn't take screenshots or something. And she's just going to say the people that she thinks contacted the FBI in her. That's number one. I guarantee you that they're not going to get a FOIA request because I'm not really sure if the FBI is going to allow paperwork, a FOIA request to be released if there's still an investigation going underway. And quite honestly, I don't even know anything about whether or not FBI paperwork can be FOIA'd by a regular citizen. I don't know. That's not for me to say. They should do it if they think they can do it. I'll tell you what else you're not going to find. You're not going to find the FOIA that she said that she was going to send for DCF to see who called DCF on her. Because if I'm not mistaken, and Scam, I know you have more knowledge in this than I do, DCF is not going to give the name of the person that called regarding a DCF situation. Am I accurate in that?
Yes, absolutely not. There is no FOIA request system through that to get the name of who called. And in fact, people can even call and remain anonymous. They do not have to give their name, their phone number, or any of their contact information, and it is still investigated just the same as if someone did give their information. The only persons that are required to give their information when they call are mandated reporters, because they do need to have that on record as to what mandated reporters did call in.
Right. So basically then, and again, this is what I'm going to suggest before, people on TikTok start lighting torches, and bringing pitchforks to people's houses. wait to see, since they're going to FOIA the information, wait to see the FOIA request that they get from the FBI, haha, and wait to see the FOIA request that they said they're going to get from DCF to see who called, haha. Wait to see that before you believe what they're saying. That's all I'm going to say. Is there more to that?
Yes, I think there's a little bit more here.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm supposed to be the evil one, and I never wanted to.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, but you've done everything else.
Never posted the 5150, like never talked about it, nothing.
Oh, okay. No,
It's
he's
weird.
the evil one. But anyway.
boundaries, people.
Boundaries. You hear this?
Snark.
Boundaries.
Talk all your shit to Snark.
You know, you can talk all you want about me, but you know what? You guys can never say I did it. Any kind of fuck shit. I ain't never been on this internet and done any kind of fuck shit to nobody.
Whoa, did you hear that part?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold my beer. Hold my beer, folks. Did she honestly just say she hasn't done any fuck shit to anybody? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Pammy, are you listening? Pammy. Did you really just say you didn't do any fuck shit on this app? Really? I'm still waiting for that. Audio recording that when you had that meeting with officials from a school district. Remember when you threatened that? And I did tell the FBI about that. I'll be honest with you. Because that's retaliatory. So where's that recording, Pam? Remember when you kept saying for over a week, I have a meeting tomorrow? Oh, no, wait, no, it's not. It's Monday. Oh, no, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's Thursday. And then you said you were going to play the recording of said meeting. And then all of a sudden you said, no, I'm not going to play it. But you don't do fuck shit. Got it.
I'm going to rewind that part and play that sound again. Hold on.
Like never talked about it, nothing. It's weird.
Boundaries, people.
Boundaries.
You have a problem with Snark? Talk all your shit to Snark.
Let me ask you something. You know,
can talk
if these people ever went to a blood bank to give blood, they wouldn't have blood. All they would have is hypocrisy running out of their veins. I mean, they need to listen to the words that come out of their mouth. They do. Because everything that they say that people are doing wrong, they've done multiple times over. And I'm sorry I interrupted you. I can't keep I'm going to mute just so I don't interrupt.
It's okay.
me, but you know what? You guys can never say I did it. Any kind of fuck shit. I ain't never been on this internet and done any kind of fuck shit to nobody. You'll never have a live on me because I did some fuck shit to my friends. I'm not here for that. I barely even want to come here anymore, period.
Oh my God.
I know.
It's so fucking toxic. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not some fucking dummy, right? I knew from the beginning, before I started raising that money, what I was doing. You underestimated me. That's what you did wrong. You underestimated me.
The fact that Scammyclaus demanded transparency. And I mean, stomped her dusty ass foot and said, we want to see everything, Snark. And Snark said, sure. And it wasn't good enough.
What?
She didn't show anything, Florida man, you moron. Oh my God.
I know.
I'm telling you, like he really treats the people that watch his videos like they're a bunch of morons. I swear to God. Like he's like the Jim Jones of TikTok. He can say anything to these people and they will believe him regardless of what comes out of his mouth. And thank God you cannot offer cups of Kool-Aid through TikTok because these idiots would drink it. And in 12 hours, they would no longer be alive. Like that's how fucking scary he is and how these people are. Like, they cannot think for themselves. They rely on him for all the information. No proof ever. Just spouting out of his mouth. And I'll tell you what kills him, Scam. What fucking kills him is the fact that I'm still here standing and I'm still doing lives. And that fucking pisses him off.
Absolutely. And yeah, I couldn't believe what I was hearing with this. I'll continue because I don't remember if she says more after this here. She's still in a box, so.
Turn around and make a GoFundMe and show nothing.
You hear all that too? See, that's the thing. If they would even listen to even just some of your lives, anything, like they would know all about what actually happened with the GoFundMe.
Of course.
They would know that everything was refunded. They would know that we had been asking for receipts for Pam's GoFundMe for months, and she never ever showed a damn thing.
No, she said, I don't have to show you a effing thing, Scammyclaus.
But he's saying, yeah, that she agreed to show it. No. Crazy. I mean, even if they just listened a little bit or got any kind of accurate information, they would know that this is what he's doing is lying.
Y'all just harassing people to harass people.
Oh.
That's it. That's why what you say, Scammyclaus T, all you fuckers over there, you child abuser, Tammy, and your child abusing husband. I know what you did, girl. Don't think I ain't gonna swing back around and get to you. I know what you did.
I'm still sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm still struggling to figure out like what the fuck Snark even did to that person.
And therein lies the problem. These people don't know anything. These people don't know anything. I can't wait.
To any of these people.
Let's deflect and get the spotlight off of Mittens, who, obviously Florida man didn't do his due diligence.
Didn't vet them very well.
Didn't vet them very well. Let's hear what their excuse is going to be for what she did. It's going to be like, oh, but she's just trying to help people out. Uh-oh, Scam, you got a violation.
It just says restricted. Yeah, it does say harassment and bullying. So I'll drop.
I'm going to drop you. Come back in. We'll finish up. Well, I'm trying to figure out what exactly Pam did. I don't know what she did. And that, again, is the problem. You have sheep following sheep around, nose to ass, not asking questions. And they just follow in a group from this live to that live to the other live. They don't ask questions because they're afraid to ask questions. Because if they do, they're afraid they're going to get blocked.
It says I have a restriction for 10 minutes. I'll come in on a different account.
Okay. And, if they ask questions, they're going to get blocked, or Florida man will go after them, or people will go after them. That's why they don't ask questions. That's why they're sheep. Anybody who just sits there and accepts what somebody says without looking into it or without seeing proof of something, you're doing a disservice to yourself. I'm going to mute.
Okay. I'll play whatever else they're saying here. This is right near the end. There's only maybe 4 or 5 minutes left of it, and I'm not sure how much more they say about Snark. So we'll see. I don't remember. It's right near the end.
Yeah.
Snark gave a fuck about it.
Right.
That's what she.
Like this, like for what was the fucking, I know, Snark, that's my point. I know you didn't. And I don't understand how the closest person to somebody, the one that like goes out on a limb to be there for somebody because they didn't have anybody else, right? And then that person gets angry for whatever reason, and then they try to ruin their life. I'm confused.
So here's what Sunshine did. She got greedy. She went off and she started lying to everybody. And, you know, she started the whole group of people. She divided them. She wanted to isolate Snark. Why? Because Snark intimidates the fuck out of Sunshine. You can tell. Sunshine feels like she is 1 foot tall next to Snark. It's fair. She looks 1 foot tall next to Snark. So when sometimes people need a little space, you give it to them. But when Snark needed a little bit of space, that's when Sunshine jumped in and started lying like a motherfucker to everybody. Started feeding everybody all type of bullshit. And everybody was fighting. And then I came back. It's like everybody calmed down. Shit worked out with the good people between them. And Sunshine got fucking mad because she lost and she got wellness checked by me.
Oh.
And I'll do it again, bitch.
Oh.
Do you remember when I was naming off the people I put in that video?
Yeah.
Snark is in it.
Yeah.
I think that she was villainized unfairly, and she's one of the best people on here I know.
Yeah, Snark is really good. Like I tell people all the time, Snark is really good. Like I have not argued with Snark one time since becoming good with her. I actually haven't argued with any of you one time since becoming good with you.
Nope. We got off on the wrong foot, but you know what? I respect her.
I think she had a great cause. Like,
You know what? I fought the cause a little in the beginning because I was wary about it, but you know what? That was none of my fucking business, and I'm sorry for that, Snark.
I was sitting over there. I'm like, why is everybody questioning this shit? The receipts are right here. I seen
What
the water
receipts?
show.
Where are they?
Like, people just nitpicking.
I think that's IO.
Around Petty and them, who was driving it home, and the pressure to be on their side. I get it.
And she didn't deserve that at all. So, Snark, if you're listening, I know it's probably not worth anything, but I apologize.
Oh, it is. It is. You're good. Yeah. Sunshine isn't. Because Sunshine is the one that went and lied to everybody about the most awful shit and triggered the fuck out of people.
Why is FM speaking for Snark? Because FM speaks for every woman who doesn't have the balls to stick up for herself.
Nobody's ever going to like him. Not even yourself, not even your husband.
Everybody goes to Florida Man when they need protection from somebody.
Did you hear what he just said he was going to do?
No.
Said he was going to call Sunshine's husband's boss. Here, I'll play that part again.
Good luck with that. She knows about it.
It is what it is, Sunshine. Nobody's ever going to like him. Not even yourself, not even your husband. I'm going to call Sunshine's husband's boss for this, though. So I like to announce so they can be ready for it.
Sorry, I'm brushing my teeth. Sunshine, go ahead and block me from Snap now. Don't ever message me again, you weird bitch.
Ah, that's a pot calling the kettle black, isn't it?
Oh, for me, it was on with Sunshine the moment CPS texted. That was it.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, Florida Man.
Keep fucking with people.
Yeah, are you going to call Mitten's husband if she has one? Are you? Are you going to call Mitten's husband? Are you going to call her significant other? Are you going to call Mitten's boss?
His job.
Are you going to post her kids? I don't even know if Mittens has kids.
Well,
no, that's the one who lives in my state.
And Mittens has been prepared for any visit. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it takes time. Who knows? But Sunshine, Ah, you're a dickhead. You lied to everybody. Sunshine is who lied to Mittens, who lied to everybody.
Oh,
They had a good group
now
too.
she lied to
And
Mittens,
everybody
but
in that
Mittens
group
was the one who
genuinely
called.
gave a fuck about Sunshine, and I hope she never experiences that again. She's gonna have to pull them saggy titties out from underneath the table, scrape them bitches across the fucking bottom of the table, and fail to get more attention.
Mike, are you jealous because you're not getting any boobies?
True story. If you watch the clip, you hear them scrape from underneath the table. She's
Good
picks them
for
up
her.
off
She's
the
got big
scrapes.
boobs and cannot lie.
It's disgusting.
Snark, if you ever need somebody to talk to, I am available. Even if you want to yell at me.
I'm gonna end because I got another violation.
So I got another warning.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
I'll drop. I think that's
start
the end.
using-
I'll send you the clip in case you or anyone wants to make a video or repost anywhere that you can.
Yep. Interesting. God. Now, you know darn well that, there's a lot of times where people get violations on this app and they always say, oh, so and so, I'm getting reported, I'm getting falsely reported. And you're like, no, you got AI picked up something you said. AI, you get violations on here not only because people report you. But do you find it interesting that she got a violation on 2 different accounts? 2 different accounts. So what does that show you? That shows you, when that happens, that there's somebody that's butthurt. That we're playing an audio from somebody's live who plays audio from other people's lives all the time. And they don't want the truth going out. Isn't that weird? Well, I'll tell you what, Scam, if there's a way that you can get that to me, I know it's long. If you have time to just clip it where Snark is talking, I would love to post that. And let's see them try to get that taken down. Yep, Snark rails on about freedom of speech. Now, I'm not saying that Snark reported her. I'm saying somebody did. I don't know, Leaky. So, based on what Florida Man said, remember. Now, Pam says that she saw paperwork that it was Mittens and Sunshine on the FBI paperwork. I bet she won't prove it. I bet she won't show anything because remember, over there, according to Florida Man, people don't need to show receipts because he trusts everybody. He trusts everybody. He doesn't need receipts. When somebody says they don't need receipts, it's because they don't want the truth out there. And as I've said a bunch of times, if somebody makes an allegation, don't believe it unless you see receipts. Hold on. I'm gonna go back into the house here, and I may have to mute for a minute, but I think I'll be okay. So, a message to all the sheep over there. Why don't you start thinking for yourself? Why don't you start listening to other lives? Why don't you do some research? Especially when people say, oh, I have the receipts, I'm going to show them. And then, miraculously, surprisingly, they never appear. Because you know what? If everybody started tomorrow and only believed things that can be proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, with, yeah, well, that's what it says, or that's what she said. Those are her words. She did say that. Florida man's right. You know what would happen? Florida man wouldn't have a platform anymore. Because most people with common sense don't particularly like when false information is put out about people. Right. His go-to line is he saw it or it was showed off the app. Yeah. But see, this is the difference, okay? This is the difference between people with common sense that will hear both sides and then make a decision based on what they've seen as proof. They keep an open mind and they base it on facts and not hearsay, which is that entire platform over there. Some of y'all really need to open their eyes. And I always say, listen, there are times on this app that I have been verbally beaten to a pulp. And there are days when I think to myself, why do I even do this? Why do I go on TikTok? It's just not worth it. I mean, we all have to take breaks every so often because it gets to be too much. And the only thing that keeps me coming back live is that I know at some point Mike is going to be in prison. And you know what's going to happen? That group over there is going to fall the F apart. And you know what's going to happen? It is going to be open season on all of these people that have been supporting him over all this time. But to be these people that come on here every single day and bash people and bash people and bash people and bash people, and that's all they do. Imagine living like that. Imagine lying all the time. And you know that whatever you say, people are going to believe you. Imagine standing side by side with these people. But I look forward to that day when Mike is incarcerated and he's off the app. And there are going to be hundreds of people that are going to be so much happier and relieved. And that's when the fun's going to begin. Because I'm petty now. I'm petty. I promise to give back that same energy. It is a fake carpet, yep. But all those women over there that think Mike is so funny and support everything that he says and does, all of those women over there, I bet you money, if any of the shit that he's done to women on this app, he did to them, they wouldn't be kikiing it up there. I look forward to that day. Right, right. Why did FM say they're going to FOIA the FBI if he already knew it was Mittens who called them? Yeah. But see, again, the people over there, they don't pick up things like that because Mike has a big old bowl of crap with a spoon, and he's constantly spoon feeding them over there. Constantly. And they're just dumb enough to keep opening their mouth and swallowing it. And they look stupid, quite honestly. I'm reading some. Does anybody have any questions? And let me tell you again, listen. This live will be uploaded on Scam Slam 412. So if you missed anything tonight, I'm sure tomorrow the video will be up. Also, take a look at the video, December 4th. If you have any questions about that video and what I said in there, contact me. I'll answer anything you got. Rather than basing somebody saying what happened in a live or saying what somebody said, listen to it for yourself. Listen to the live tonight when we play the clip on with Pammy in it. And listen to how quickly Mike overtalks her. And says, oh, well, Pam knew all about this already. If she fucking knew about it, why is she so emotional? If she knew about it already, why did she lie to everybody and say, oh, I talked to the FBI. There's no case against me. They're not investigating me. Doesn't make sense, Mike. Again, you're tripping up. You're tripping up. They say fuck around and find out. That's happening right now. And there's going to be more people that it happens to. But, let's see. Let's see Florida Man call out Mittens. Let's see Monster call out Mittens. Let's see all these people call out Mittens. Because if I'm not mistaken, she's the one who initiated the FBI thing. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what I heard. Right. I agree, OG. And you know, this is the thing. I would let some of those people in here to listen, but it wouldn't matter. This is the biggest problem I have, okay? The people that follow Florida Man and listen to him and are in boxes with him, they always say they want to see receipts. They want to see proof. Okay, now, number one, they sit with somebody that never shows proof. You know, all he does is do simple little Google searches and find stuff. Okay? Never shows any proof of anything. Makes a lot of allegations, never shows anything. These are the same people, though, when you show proof, they're not going to believe it anyways. They're not going to be happy with it. It's still not going to be enough. Case in point, I showed that video of Monster, okay, when she was in the chat with Ty. And Ty has absolutely been found guilty and has charges against minors. Black and white. Yet she was in a box in his live in a chat saying that, oh, you know, I'm here to support you, and oh, people bully me too on the app. And then she had this long paragraph about how, you know, she goes to this guy's live because he plays music and he doesn't bother anybody. So I made that video, okay, with him explaining his charges and how he did go to prison for it. And then showed her comments supporting him. So the next day I had heard that in Smash's lives, they were saying that the video looked as if I was trying to say that Monster was in the box and she was the one defending Ty. Now, I didn't even think that that was an issue, because if you look at the person in the box that was talking, it's not Monster. But I guess people could be confused. So what did I do? I took the video down. I reposted the video specifying that it's not Monster in the box. And then I made another video explaining that, you know, I didn't want anybody to think that that was the case. Okay, and that was wrong, and I apologized for it. And I clarified what the video was about. And do you know what Monster's reaction was? It wasn't, oh, well, I'm glad she did that. Thank you. You know what it was? You didn't do enough. You didn't do enough. How many times has Florida Man posted stuff that's been wrong? That's been lies? And how many times do you think she went to Florida Man and said, you know, Florida Man, that video, you're making it sound like this person did that and it wasn't them, or you're making allegations that this person did that and I've never heard it and you've never showed proof. How many times do you think she did that? Exactly, Ashley. I did the right thing because it's the right thing to do. When have they ever done anything right?
Hey. Oh, now my dog wants to bark.
That's okay. My dog whines all the time. All the time. We'll let her dog settle down.
I just wanted to add on to that, right? So I had said, based on my own perception that night, right? I was like, oh, damn. I thought it was Monster. Scam Slam was the one who corrected it. Ooh, look at me getting your names right. Scam Slam was the one that corrected it and was like, no, that was not Monster. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I thought it was. Well, a couple other people had said, well, I kind of thought it was too, right? So that's how false narratives get kind of put out there. And I don't think for one second you did it on purpose at all.
No,
At all. I know you didn't. But I was like, maybe we should edit that, right? You should edit that and just put it back up there to get your point across, but also make it known that that's not her in the box. So Monster tags me in a post the next morning. I don't know. She had like stitched your video or screen recorded your video or something and was like, I can't believe you and Robert are falling for this narrative. And I was like, funny because it's ironic that nobody sent you the clip of everybody correcting it and saying, yeah, it should probably be edited. But you always get the bad clips of people.
Oh,
You always get the bad clips, but nobody sends like, oh, Smash or Scam Slam or whoever corrected it. Nobody gets credit for that, right? And then she made another post. I don't know. I'm not even sure. I didn't even watch that one, but she never replied to my comment in her, because she tagged me in it. So I was like, oh wow, you must have, not received the clips of me saying something about it. Ironic, crazy. And she never responded. And then was still like throwing a fit about it. So like, we're not gonna give anybody credit ever.
Never, because when it makes us look like decent people, they don't want to put that out.
Right.
And when
No, yeah, we can't have that.
when we take accountability, which is a word that they don't understand over there, they don't want to show that, because then that shows that we're kind of decent compared to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when I heard I didn't do enough, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean,
it wasn't enough. Yeah, what are you supposed to do? I'm just curious, Monster. What is Scammy supposed to do?
So, the thing, as soon as I had heard about it, because I got some messages overnight, as soon as I heard about it, I fixed it. I did what I need to do to make it clear and to not portray Monster as that person in a box.
And I respect the fuck out of you for that.
But you know what the thing is? Again, and I remember you having this kind of mental gymnastics in your head about, why should I continue to do the right thing when it doesn't matter? Why should I do the right thing? Why should I allow these people to make videos about me that are absolutely false, that are defamatory, and I just sit here and I'm just supposed to take it?
Yep. And I got to be the bigger person. I always got to be the bigger person.
But if I do it, then it's wrong. If I do the same thing that they've done to me and I do it, it's wrong. Yep. So how, and it is something that I have been battling around in my head for a long time. And, this is another case in point. It's like, if something happens like that again and, somebody is thinking it's somebody else when it's not, do I really need to take the time to clarify it? Because even if I do, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree wholeheartedly. But like we had a conversation earlier, so you know what I mean.
I know.
So, but at the same time, like, you're right. Why does it matter? Because even if you correct it, like, how come nobody else has to correct their misinformation? How come nobody else has to correct that?
Yep.
It's
and then, very frustrating.
If it happens to that something looks a certain way on accident, because I 100% wholeheartedly know that you didn't do that on purpose, right? That's just how it looked and was perceived by others. Complete mistake. You didn't know it was coming. None of us knew it was coming, right? But was completely fucking dragged. And then when you tried to fix the mistake and be like, hey, you know what? My bad. Let me fix that. And when I tried to be like, I think we need to correct that, right? We need to change it up a little bit, at least put like a disclaimer. I still got drugged that next day. And so did you. Like, it's just never going to be good enough for these people.
Yeah. I'm convinced that the way that his lives are, where it is just a constant bashing of multiple people all the time, I think they do it because if there's nothing to talk about over there, then people are going to start looking closer at them. I'm starting to think that more and more, because when Mike starts getting flustered, he just starts spouting off a lot of shit that has nothing to do with the topic he's talking about. It's like a constant pile on the bullshit, recycle old information just to get as much bullshit. It's like he has diarrhea of the mouth. He's trying to get as much shit out as possible. And I think he does that so people can't ask questions. So people will start getting confused with all the information that's going out there. You know, he'll throw in the jabs of things that he wants people to still think about, even if they're a day old, week old, month old, year old. It doesn't matter. And these morons over there will never ask questions, never ask for clarification, never ask for any proof, never ask for anything.
My kiddos are being crazy right now, so I'm going to drop from a box, but I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
You know how you feel. Thanks, honey.
No, and you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Smash. And, you know, if I had been up and watching that, I would have clarified it and I would have fixed the video that night. But as soon as I heard that there were some concerns about it, I took care of it. I took care of it. Which is a hell of a lot more than I can say for anybody over there that is posting and reposting videos.
Yeah. So, just to clarify, I heard that there was a misunderstanding in Smashly's live. I let her know that voice in the clip was not Monster. It was some other random person that was just in Ty's live on a particular night when he was talking about his charges. I knew that it wasn't because I've been watching Ty off and on for months already. I've been covering him. I've been posting him on my YouTube, and I've had conversations almost daily with Top 4 Ways, who has been streaming him for quite a while now. And when his charges were discovered, I received those, and I actually participated in the live stream on November 15th, where we exposed Ty's record and the fact that he is currently on a registry. I was a co-host in that live. I was in the box the entire time. It was with Top 4 Ways and Anonymous, and it's posted on my YouTube. So that's another thing for them to keep on saying I'm some kind of P3DO sympathizer and all these other wild things. I was literally there exposing Ty as I've exposed many other predators on this app. So,
but the thing is, they won't go look at those videos. No. Because first of all, that would mean they have to make an effort and they have to think on their own.
Yeah,
a lot of them
I had
won't
already
do that.
been covering Ty, and even if she didn't know that he, was a predator prior to her stating those supportive things, if you even watch Ty for a good 15, 20 minutes, you're gonna find out what kind of person he is, because it doesn't take long for him to go off and start threatening people and making violent threats against people in his real life, in the chat, awareness creators, you name it.
But so that doesn't surprise me, though, because every time I get clips from people of Monster talking, she's always threatening violence on people.
True.
Throwing people in wood chippers. She made a video of her making the slice line across somebody's neck. But that's her. That's her.
Monster should be thanking me for doing the exposure live on Ty, because that's, in conjunction with other awareness creators, because that's how everybody finally found out the full story about his charges and his registry status.
Yep.
But no, of course, I don't. And I'm the one that ended up going
you're right.
I'm the one that ended up going into Smashly's live and cleared Monster's name, that was not her voice in that clip. And then Scammy, that I messaged you and let you know about the misunderstanding. But do I get any kind of credit for clearing that up?
No, of course not.
I get criticized, still somehow. blamed
Yep.
somehow when I was just there telling the truth.
Yep.
So just wanted
Hey,
to clear
wait, is
that up.
Mitch in here? Wait, is Mitch in here? Mitch and the fun crew? Hey, Mitch, welcome in. Hey, I'm not, let him stay. I don't care. I don't care if he's in here. So
I
yeah,
mean,
no, it doesn't
I was
matter.
doing the right I was doing the right thing all the way around and being truthful. You know, I could have, let it go and let Monster be, people think that it was her or whatever. No, as soon as I heard that people were assuming that that was her voice in that clip, I went in to make sure that it was known that that was not her, because I saw that entire live where that other woman was in the box defending Ty, and I knew that it was not Monster. And that's because
Um,
I've been covering him already
hold on,
for a
hold on, hold on, hold
while.
on, hold on. Eddie, I wasn't there for that, but I heard about it. And no, I didn't support that. No, I didn't at all. I saw a video of it afterwards, and I was not red hot on that at all.
And that was also prior to the exposure live, just so you know. So nobody was really aware of all these charges for sure until November 15th when they were fully put out there.
Yep.
The comments with Monster and the interaction with the other creator in the box and all that, that was before the 15th. They were both before the 15th.
You know what? And Eddie, to expand on that a little bit. Ty is somebody that you can tell is mentally ill. Like he needs help. He's got a lot of issues. And one of the things that I will never do is stream somebody like that. I won't do that. Or especially go in there and, kind of poke the bear, Right, exactly. I think I may have with Lisa, I think maybe once or twice, and then I didn't do it because it wasn't my thing. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And, Lori, like I said, I put that in the Discord. I said, don't go after him. I think there's some issues going on there that we don't know about. So, I mean, and there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that, unfortunately, on this app. So,
And I mean, I think that decision is, individually made by each individual platform or creator. And everyone is entitled to run their platform
yeah,
however they want and
exactly.
make those own decisions as they want. And if it's something you want to watch, go ahead and watch. If it's something you don't want to watch, then I hope you find some other creators to
Yep.
watch.
Yep. Yep. I agree. So, but yeah, again, scam slams, it doesn't matter. You know what? If nobody stepped up and clarified that whole video, then, it would have gone the same way. Oh, that video didn't tell the whole truth and they're making it out to sound like it was me. But then, when you clear it up and you apologize for it because that was not the intent at all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. And I did try to clear it up at least before it went too far, or anything like that. I tried to clear up the misunderstanding and let you know about it.
Nope. I know. I knowed it. I knowed it. Thanks, Scam.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. So I think I hit all the hot topics tonight. Again, if anybody has any questions, if you came into the live late, all of my lives are on Scam Slam 412. Go watch them. If you watch them and then you want any clarification, reach out to me. Okay? That's the best way to do it. Last thing I'm going to say tonight is something I didn't want to talk about. I always talk about not putting information, when you have an argument with somebody, doing it off the app, talking off the app, information, everything doesn't have to be put out on TikTok. And I'm sure that there are some people that have realized that I have not been in Truth's lives for quite a few days. And I haven't talked about it because, it was a personal thing between her and I. And, I will not talk about that stuff unless somebody is discussing it, which she has done. And that's her choice. I wasn't going to bring it up. Exactly. But there's only one thing I want to clear up. And one thing only that I want to make sure that everybody is aware of. There's one reason why that I am not I'm not friends and over there anymore. And the only reason is because she's had multiple conversations with Florida Man. And that's it. I mean, if you know me, you know all of the false, disgusting information he has put out about me. What he's done to my family, the contact he's made with siblings, all that stuff. From the way I think is that if I was good friends with somebody and you knew that somebody was tearing them down by making disgusting allegations, threats, horrible videos filled with lies, and I don't need to go over all the stuff that he said about me. Everybody's aware of that. But if I knew a friend of mine was going through that with somebody, I personally, there'd be no way I would ever have any type of conversation or contact with that person doing it to my friend. And when that happens, then of course you start thinking about that you just don't feel comfortable talking to somebody anymore. And you worry about, what's being said and all that, And it's sad. It is very sad. And that's the reason. There's no other reason than that. And I have nothing bad to say about her. I'm not going to say anything bad about her because I never had anything bad to say, And, she had her reasons for doing it, and that's fine. And as she said to me, she can talk to whoever she wants, whenever she wants. And that's right, And she absolutely has the right to do that. But I also have the right to draw a line and say, yeah, I'm not good with that. And that's fine. As I said, I have no problem. If people in here go into her lives, I don't care. That's fine. Because she is funny as hell. I mean, and she has some lives that are really, entertaining. I don't have a problem with that. But, I'm just not going to be there. And that's my choice. So, I hope that, what she continues to do over there, she's successful. I hope that, I wish nothing for the best for her and her family. I hope wonderful things come her way. I hope she has a great holiday season. I have no ill will at all, towards her. But I do want to make sure that everybody understands exactly the reason for it. And it's because of what I said. And that's it. It's that simple. And, there have been people, I've been very vocal about, I don't want to be anywhere where he is. He has been saying for a long time that I have been following him around TikTok and stalking him, which is ridiculous. I'm the one where all of a sudden I go in someone else's live and he appears in a box next to me. That's happened twice in the past 3 weeks or so. I don't want to be around that person because he's not a good person. I've been in lives before where, all of a sudden, somebody lets Florida Man in a box. I'm like, what the fuck? And I leave. I don't want to be anywhere where he is invited. I just don't want to be near him. He has done so much to so many people. And as I've said, I really don't want to be around people that have ongoing dialogues. I know what he does. I know what he does to people, I know what he does to people. And I also know how he will turn around any type of conversation that he has with anybody. So, yeah, we have. Yeah, he has. He is. Very much so. And again, you know, I'll say it again, then I'm going to get off here. I wish nothing but good things for Truth. I do. You know, I'm not going to say anything, you know, negative about her because even if I had anything negative to say, I just wouldn't put it out there because I don't do that. And I wish her all the luck in the world with what she's doing over there. And again, I don't care if there's people that go over there that are in my lives. I don't care. I don't have anything against her personally. What I have against her is what she did, you know, action-wise, and that's fine. Nah, it's not going to happen, Lori. Not going to happen. So I just wanted to get that out. And again, I wasn't going to bring it up, but, you know, I've gotten clips from her live the past couple times where she's mentioned my name or brought up something. And, you know, disagreements are okay in you know, in friendships. You know, if you don't agree with something somebody says, or, you know, that's fine. That happens all the time in life, with people on TikTok, with people in real life. You know, you can get by that stuff, you know. But, you know, I've always had this line in the ground where I don't want to be around people that have any type of contact with this guy. And, you know, that's something that I just will not, I will not overlook that, you know. So that's it. But listen, again, my live, those of you that didn't catch the whole live, it'll be on Scam Slam 412. All my lives are on there. If you have any questions with anything, please reach out to me. I probably will not be on tomorrow because, you know, went over a lot of stuff tonight. Lot of stuff was talked about tonight, though. So if you weren't here for the whole thing, please, you know, have a listen to it. Very interesting stuff going on. But, you know, I want to thank everybody for coming in. All my mods for doing their thing as usual. They are fantastic. You know, my lives don't work without them, and my lives don't work without the people that are in here that support me, and I appreciate it. I really do, more than you guys know. So have a wonderful night, everybody. Have a good Wednesday tomorrow. Unless something important happens, I don't plan on being on tomorrow. I'm kind of in the middle of a project here in the house anyways. But next time, if I, you know, have anything to talk about, I'll be on Thursday. So have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. Stay warm, folks. Bye-bye.